And here, my dear friends, is one more video for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share with a friend. My wonderful, wonderful English-speaking audience throughout the world, welcome to my home. We're going to talk about sciatica, sciatic nerve pain and weakness. Surgeons, we have very, very insanely busy lives. And the only time I have to do it is in the middle of the night at my house. Again, welcome to my house. Let's start with what is the sciatic nerve. Sciatic nerve leaves the spine at approximately L4-ish, okay? And so if you look here, after it leaves the spine, it comes to the buttocks, okay? And sometimes it can pierce through a muscle, and those people genetically are more likely to have sciatic pain. But usually it comes out between these piriformis muscles right there. And it's the longest nerve in the body. It courses the upper leg, lower leg to your foot. It has two purposes. One is motor fibers, the muscles in the back of your leg, okay? And also it has a sensory function. Sensation to leg, foot, some of the buttocks, okay? And I want to talk about what happens in your spine, because this is a big deal, and explains why during this quarantine you're in big trouble. You're having all this pain. So basically is as follows. Here is the vertebrae, okay? Vertebrae, disc, vertebrae, disc, vertebrae. The vertebrae is hard, the disc is soft like a pillow. And so this person is actually facing that way, okay? Through here, in this space here, are the spinal cord, okay? So this is the correct, basically extension of the spine, okay? But when you're constantly curved, like sitting on a soft couch watching TV during the quarantine, what's going to happen is these disc will herniate into the spine. Just a bubble will go into the spine, and it will impinge on the level of your sciatic nerve. This is not good. And you're going to have what symptoms? Well, you are going to have numbness of your leg, okay? You're going to have some weakness of your muscles, and a sharp pain right inside your butt. You see people with sciatic are constantly doing this. Okay, when should we see a doctor? Luckily, 98% of all sciatic nerve impingement goes away in 2 weeks. However, when you're starting to have inability to hold your urine, bladder problems, inability to control your feces, incontinence, weakness, tingling, numbness, it's time to see a doctor. So 2 weeks, okay? All right, let's talk about some, before those 2 weeks and before those super severe symptoms, let's talk about home secrets, home and office secrets to alleviate this discomfort, even make it go away. All right, let's talk about the chair where you work at. The chair where you work at many times does not have a lumbar support. Lumbar support. Remember, if you're facing this way, we want to keep your spine this way and not this way, because that impinges on your nerve, your spinal column, okay? So we want lumbar support, okay? Now, heat is wonderful. Heat works. Why? It increases circulation to the area that's been injured, okay, by this herniation, of course, helps heal. Ice decreases the inflammatory process. The inflammatory process is always your enemy, okay? So heat and ice helps. Lumbar support helps. Stretching, you guys, it doesn't have to be complicated. I start with little tiny circles and make wider and wider circles. Then I go the other way. Each day I progress a little lower. Try to touch your toes. Gently extend your spine side to side. Very simple, you guys. And then back to the little circles. 10 this way, 10 this way. Okay? All right, so stretching. Let's talk about position. Posture is very important. You see, I'm almost 60 and I always have good posture. So work. If you have one of those adjustable new desks, perfect. This is the breakdown. This would be ideal. 10 minutes standing, 10 minutes sitting down, and 10 minutes lying down. Repeat cycle. That's how I want you to work. Luckily, many people can work from home. So if you have a couch, lay down and work. Okay, supporting your head. Then work standing up, and then work sitting down. 10, 10, 10. Okay? So we talked about heat and cold. We position, posture for working. No, yes. Okay? Let's talk about minerals. All right, guys? You know that the nerve conduction uses electrolytes, potassium, sodium, so on and so forth. So magnesium is a wonderful, and calcium. Magnesium and calcium are two wonderful nerve soothers. P.S. Vitamin D and magnesium help you lose weight. How about that for that bonus? Okay, guys, so you know that aspirin, so non-steroidal anti-inflammatories like Motrin, Advil, aspirin, Tylenol, as you know, a lot of those don't agree with the viruses nowadays. We know that the aspirin, it's been suggested, Motrin has been suggested, doesn't agree with these viral epidemics. So you guys know me, even though I'm an allopathic doctor, modern doctor, I like some of those homeopathic, simpler cures. So what's happening in your spine? It's irritated because it's been impinged upon, and it's an inflammatory process. What's one of the best anti-inflammatory elements at home? Homeopathy, naturopathy, cod liver oil. P.S. Your joints are also going to function a lot better. Now, everyone sees St. Johnswort at the pharmacy. It's usually used for depression, anxiety, so on and so forth. Aha, it's working on nerves. So, of course, not surprisingly, St. Johnswort would help in sciatica, right? And cayenne, it's kind of like a pepper, right? The peppers. If you put pepper over your knee, it will help knee pain. Anyhow, so cayenne and St. Johnswort will help with sciatica. So those are some of the naturopathy solutions. And of course, it wouldn't be Dr. Ray unless I finish with exercise. Simply walking around your block every night. Never go to sleep without walking once around your block. Your block is about 2,000 steps or a mile. And you guys, love you guys. Oh, surgery. Of course, surgery has its place, but it's last. Okay? Why is surgery last? Because of infection, because of bleeding, and because the chance of dying from anesthesia, albeit very, very, very low. So in case of surgery, you guys, 98% of people get better on their own. So this is just in case you're really having severe symptoms. What they do is they resect a little bit of your disc, which is impinging on your spinal column. Or they do a laminectomy and take a little bit of that bone away, and you feel a lot better. You guys, I love you guys. Well, let's take care of our spine and our nerves now that we spend months sitting down for the quarantine and we have some pain on our back, numbness, and weakness, okay? I love you. Till next time, Dr. Ray, the King of Beauty and the King of Health. Ciao, ciao.